Well, no, it certainly doesn't. It actually goes with tagliatelle alla bolognese. So somewhere along the line with the Italian diaspora who went to the United States, it was mixed with potentially southern Italian ragu, which is a generic term for meat sauce.
So how is the dish that we know as spaghetti bolognese not only become famous for being Italian, but also for being associated with Bologna?
Well, I think that when you talk about a ragu, which is probably what the Italian immigrants in the US called it, you have a Neapolitan ragu and you have a Bolognese ragu. And so ragu probably came about it was a generic term, and somewhere along the line in the US, I think that somebody must have got it mixed up. And so it became kind of a generic word for a meat sauce rather than a ragu. So bolognese has now become a generic term for meat sauce rather than a ragu, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. And I think the official version, we're going to really whet our audience's appetites now, but the official version that was registered, this is of a bolognese sauce
Yes.
in 1982. Doesn't really sound like what we might think of it as. It's got much less meat, it's got bacon, it's got milk in it. So it doesn't really seem like it's got anything to do with a bolognese sauce.
Well, how do you define a bolognese sauce? That's the whole point. I think we need to redefine the etymology of what bolognese sauce is, because if you look on the internet, it covers everything and anything. Everybody can call a meat sauce bolognese. And so I think, we need to start calling it meat sauce rather than bolognese sauce, which is what the Bolognese consider to be their ragu.
What do you make of the Mayor of Bologna going viral over this now? I mean, this is a long-going discussion over the origin of spaghetti bolognese. I mean, is there an argument that essentially all publicity is good publicity, even if, yes, it's drawing spag bowl-seeking tourists to your city, it's still a good thing?
Of course, absolutely. I mean, Bologna has so much to offer. Emilia-Romagna has so much to offer in terms of culinary traditions. I mean, I think one of the big problems is that people don't necessarily associate a lot of the products and a lot of the dishes that we have here with the region that it's made in. And so I think, it's very, very good publicity for the region, absolutely. And I have to say I'm behind the mayor on this one. So it's very important also for the Italian culture, for the Bolognese to promote their identity in that way. I think that, a lot of tourists who come here do seek out Bolognese, spag bowl, if you like. I hate that word, but they do. And, they get tut-tutted at restaurants and tongues clicked and, oh my goodness, no, we can't possibly give you spaghetti Bolognese because spaghetti is not a type of pasta that we make in this region.
All right.